All right, everyone. Hello to all our friends at home, wherever you are, watching Starbucks somewhere, having good time, and we have to be here. The cold. Too cold, huh? Scary. So, anyone wants to share something with us regarding what we learned last week? What was the rule and spiritual tool we learned? Who remembers? Yes.
That requires
Effort.
a spiritual process. And the tool is to embrace the process and not the outcome or the expected outcome.
So embracing the process, not being fixated on the outcome, okay? And shift into, as we said, we are shifting into giving, yeah? But that's what we're going to get to a little bit more deeper today. So anyone that has an experience, understanding, realization, being the vessel, being the light, who are we really? Are we the creator? Are we the cause? Are we the effect? Who are we? What do you think? Our friends online. Any epiphanies, realizations? Someone who was able to bypass wanting result and just being present and just giving and being co-creator?
I didn't share an experience. Yeah.
Maybe come here.
I didn't apply for what I was trying to say, but it was a little bit of a challenge for me. It happened over the weekend.
Come.
Everybody, I want to sing a song.
Please. Yeah,
Um,
surprise us. You sing?
No, I don't. No, and you don't want to do that.
You look like you're a dancer.
Oh, could be.
Yeah.
Hey, I do ballet.
You sing?
Yes.
Americano.
So yeah, I do ballet for many years, actually many years. So no, I want to share something because I also actually I think thank you so much. Thank you. I think that it's good for me to talk to you because this is not the first time that has happened to me. And in this act of giving, it comes Thanksgiving, right? So I'm not sure if anybody knows, but I'm in real estate, and I receive a lot of people coming from outside the country. I'm very connected with the Toronto General Hospital, so I receive doctors and anyway. So in my
newcomers, immigrants,
exactly, but with newcomers with a specific work, right? Like anyway, so in my because in my experience as an immigrant, when I came, I have a hard time. I'm from Argentina.
Nice.
This is 25 years ago. So anyway, so in my experience, I know when you are coming to a new country, you don't know anybody, it's so uncertain, and you know how you take a subway, how you do this, how you do that. So I actually create a dinner for 16 people. 16. All people, newcomers. Very interesting table because we have doctors, we have somebody that came to do the advertising for Tim Horton that actually brought them from Argentina. So very, very nice people that have interesting stories to say. So in all these people, I also have some good friends of mine for many years. So anyway, so I went through a lot of work preparing because everybody will stay at my house to sleep included. So I went through a lot of work, buying this, buying that, making sure that all the rooms are prepared, all the bathrooms are prepared, everything is prepared, the food is prepared, the turkey, the ham, the who doesn't eat the gluten-free, the non gluten-free, the vegan, and I did it with so much love because I knew that it will be an experience for the newcomers, and also because we're doing a real Canadian tradition in my house. So it's for who never been in Canada. It's amazing. Probably not many houses have the pure Canadian experience, right? So I'm like, because my husband is pure Canadian. So anyway, many generations. So it's a very line of Canadians. Wow. So I was very excited to bring up all these cultures, all these people, or my friends, all Well, so I did everything. I'm very happy. And what happens is we have people that speak English, people that speak Spanish, and I set the table, making sure that people are the people that can translate, right, that are in the middle, so the conversation flows. So I put some of my friends that came, that speak the both language, I put okay, everything went really good. But also, because everybody is kind of a little bit of shy, I'm trying to create in Spanish we call them bucle de conversation, which is like a loop of conversation, right? And then I'm going through that energy effort to give and to everybody to feel good. And I hear somebody at the table, which is the mother of my friend. And she says, "Ay, Roxana, because really, you have to overpower your husband," which is actually my husband, never like to talk. So he says, "You have to keep, the whole conversation going and the whole thing." And I'm like, when I hear that comment, it hurts me.
Yeah.
But it was from here to down there. And everybody hear that comment, right? And I think that no one agree with that. But if I feel like okay, right there, I shut.
Wow.
I just shock. And I'm inside me, I'm saying it's not me. And then my friend, my good Canadian friend that is from Everest says, "My mother is like that, don't worry about it," right? She always will try to find something wrong. But I'm telling you, I felt so touched. This happens, so these days.
Why do you think it triggered you so hard?
And it triggers me because I thought, and then I remember.
Because you put so much effort.
And I think, two things. I went through the book because you mentioned that to don't put expectation. And then I thought, what is my expectation of giving? And my expectation wasn't about putting me on a pedestal, "Oh, Roxana did this." No, but I have no tolerance. And I realized I went through a lot of work on this yesterday by myself. Why? I have zero tolerance for people to criticize, because I don't want them to put me on a pedestal, but I have zero tolerance for people criticizing and gossiping in my house. I have zero tolerance, and who knows me, they don't do it in my house. It's not allowed the gossiping, it's not allowed the criticizing others, just not. And I think that was happening. And it triggers me so deep. I'm telling you, yesterday I was crying on that, and I can get emotional because I'm thinking, I'm giving and giving and giving, and you have the guts in front of my table to criticize me and saying, and at one moment she looked at my hand and says, "Oh, you must be I don't know the right word in English, but ¿cómo se dice resignado?"
Design.
No, but it's not resign. It's like
Gave up, kind of like.
claro, yeah, it's like and I've been married for 20 years, so my husband by now, he knows me very well, and he's extremely happy in the way that I am because he's extremely quiet. He's totally opposite of me, and
You complete each other.
right. Well, no, don't go that far.
Does he dance?
Don't go that far. But you know what? I felt like it, and then I thought, okay. Yesterday I was talking to my friend, the daughter of this woman, and I said, "Jason, I'm not gonna do any more of this because I do it. I do it often." And then she says to me, "I think that you need to talk about that here because it's not about because this triggered me. It's not about me being on a pedestal. I don't need him to say, 'Oh, why great?' But yes, I have zero tolerance for that." And that happens to me before with my sister. This is kind of repeating every time I put people to it. There's always one. I don't know why, but it's coming in. Yeah. My mother-in-law, many, many years ago, my husband and his family, they were very a close clan. So when I met him tons of years ago, I made him a big party, and he never had a birthday party before in his entire life because the mother didn't allow him to have friends. And so I did an amazing birthday party for his 30th, I think it was, and bring a lot of people. And so, I remember she comes to me and she says to me, "It seems that this party is just for you because of," I'm like, "Well, you never did a party to your son. He's the first time having a birthday party at his 30 years old." So, and he liked it, right? But it's interesting because that happens many years ago, and then happens with my sister, and then happens this weekend. And then I feel like, okay, I don't want to give anymore. Because if you're going to be criticizing me after I did all this, I don't pretend you to put me on a pedestal, but don't criticize me in my own house, and then I thought, because my friend, I invited her with her mother and with her sister. So these two women, I can see in my own house. that or because I talk too much, or because my husband is quiet, or because I'm like, so should I keep giving? It triggers me something really bad.
Very good question.
Very bad. And then I have to confess, I don't feel like doing the Christmas, which was happening in my house. All the celebration for.
Can you relate it to what we've learned in classes so far?
Yes. That's
Wow.
why when you said enjoy the process, I did. But it's so difficult to detach the positive outcome because you're not doing all this to hear that because I guess that was also me because I was sensitive because other people will say, oh, something went wrong, who cares? But in my case, maybe a little bit of my perfectionism too, all the process. Last week, I enjoy everything. Everything I was looking, I changed the curtains in my house. I decorated again. I did everything new. I bought a gift for everybody with a name engraved and everything's beautiful. And then, boomba. And I'm like,
But tell me,
in the middle of the dinner, and
did you get compliments for this event from the other people?
What?
Did you get the compliments?
Yes, and everything went well. After we went for a walk to see the colors, everything went really well.
People loved it. They enjoyed it.
People loved it. They sent me a text message yesterday. Thank you. But in me, it was something because I'm a lady. I'm not gonna make any scene in the front of the table. I'm not gonna be mentioning anything. But I know because I saw myself in the mirror. It's a big mirror. And I saw that my energy changed right away when I hear the comment because it had happened in my table when I'm coming with the turkey, right? Like, and then I said, I don't want this to ruin me or ruin the whole weekend. And everything went well and nobody found out anything and nobody realized anything because I took, but inside me, it has burned me yesterday whole day until they left and then I cried.
Wow.
Right? So
what do you think? What can you have done different?
Nothing.
Of course. What did we learn in class?
Well,
so if something happened, we said pause. It's an opportunity. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
If you did say just pause, what an opportunity. The opponent is trying to steal all my sharing mode, all this caring, trying to diminish it. Just one insult. Understand?
But you didn't tell me what I was promising.
Remember the lessons. So the opponent wants to convince us to stop sharing. He wants to say,
Para el audio aquí,
worthy to
se me desconecta. Okay.
This is one level. There are many levels to your stories that we can give hours of. It's very interesting. It's good that you share it. It's very much related to class of today.
Probably many people here because I have the conversation with many other people yesterday. And at some point you don't feel it's not appreciated. Appreciated, that's the word, right? Like yeah. So, but I never thought when I was here I didn't hear, oh, what an opportunity. And here I inside me, it went another word. I want another word that I don't want to say, and I'm like, okay, and we go back with my turkey, and I'm gonna
put the turkey on your head.
Put something on the turkey, and you're gonna, something like that. So it was really hard to deal with that. It was really, really hard. But I enjoyed the process. So,
but again, very important not to come with the conclusion to stop giving. It means that the opponent proved his point. You understand? Only for one person, old lady, and the rest really enjoyed. So why? Sometimes someone is just saying something bad to you in the street, and you carry it for the entire day. 1 second of event that you carry for a week. This is how the opponent operates. So we allow one mark to ruin all your effort and all your kindness.
Yes, because yesterday I made a movie.
This is the reason why you should pause, because we don't want it to steal our energy. You understand?
Oh my God.
So promise us, first of all, that you're going to do another event like that next year.
Yes.
You're going to have to invite her.
Yeah, I'm going to be in vacation. Yes. So yeah, well, but I think that that's good point about you said about the opponent. So I'm gonna take a look
Yeah.
at that. And I went to the book. I went with my because I applied it a little bit, but after the fact that I was already my energy was stolen, and that
Yeah.
after that. But
It's tough, but this is part of the teaching. This is part of making us resilient to say, in order for me to become the light, I don't care what people say. I'm doing it to connect to the light. I'm not doing it for her.
Mhm,
Yeah, she's part of the
mhm.
scenery, but I'm doing it to connect to the light. And when you're doing to connect to the light, nobody gonna bothers you.
If I thought that at that moment, I would probably totally let it go.
Should have invited me to this,
I would,
but you didn't. What can I say?
I would probably look at the other side, you know. So, but anyway, so that's so thank you for that.
Thank you for this beautiful example. Beautiful. Quite a story. Very much related to what we're going to learn today. If anyone else wants to share, our friends online, where is Elidet? Okay. So beautiful. So today we're going to learn what does it mean to have it all. Okay. So the first thing that I want you to think about is in the past 10 days, think about something that really raised your vibration, that you did something that you really very sustained and happy about and felt really good. Did it happen? Yeah. So share it with a partner, and our friends can share it in the chat. So take a moment, share it with a partner. An elevated moment of energy that something happened that caused you to feel really, really happy, or something that you did, hopefully. What? What? Okay. Okay, everyone. Everyone has an opportunity to share. Beautiful. So we have a question. What is the question?
Okay, we have a question online. It's Dina. I have a question. What are some clear signs after incorporating the practices like pause, what an opportunity, that these tools are working? What can she see that there is a difference in using these tools?
So what do you think? What could be the results of applying the formula? This is the formula, by the way. Remember it, you can take a picture of it. So when we apply it, most likely that we're going to feel less stressed, less insulted. We're going to feel more power. We're going to have more control over our reactions. And therefore, we're going to be more focused on our projective, whatever we want to do in life, instead of what other people think about us, what the opinions of others on us. Appreciation, they don't appreciate me, don't appreciate, they like me, don't like me, did I did good, did I make mistakes? It doesn't matter. We all make mistakes, it's a fact, all the time, isn't it? The question is, for how long we carry those mistakes to disinflate our energy, yeah? So this is the question. We're constantly going to make mistakes. The question is to always see how those mistakes are related to understanding that there is a lesson here, yeah, and what I can improve. So this formula is the magic formula that can help us to handle any situation. Doesn't matter what happened. So we have to learn it by heart, truly. And every time something unknown appears, some huge challenge or small challenge or problem in a decision making in my life, I pause, say, okay, there is an opportunity here. I don't know what to do. I'm seeing what the opponent's agenda is, yeah, to stop me from sharing, to feel bad, even though I try to do good. I see it's not the other person, it's the energy of the opponent that tries to just drain my energy. And then I'm asking why it's in my movie, because the opponent is a mirror to show something within my ego. Okay, so this is a deeper level. And when we get, oh, okay, this is my ego now. I feel I need to be appreciated. I feel I need to be right. I feel that, all those feelings that we could have that can be triggered. And then I'm saying, okay, it's part of the process. There is a lesson here. There is a lesson. What is the lesson? What is the lesson? Greater light, asking, what's the lesson here? What do I need to learn about me? It's not about anyone else. Everything is perfect outside just to help me to elevate and to learn. Okay? So when we talk about the ladder of transformation, so the Kabbalist explains that we are constantly on a ladder to grow higher and to get closer to higher level of consciousness, yeah? And so some describe it as an escalator that's going down. So what does it mean? You know those escalators that goes down in the shopping mall? Did you ever try to climb on an escalator that's going down? To climb. Have you tried this game? I always do it. You tried it? It's fun. But it's difficult. It's doable. It's doable, but it's very difficult. But this is the description of life. Life is an escalator going down. The moment we stop, we're going down. But if we constantly on the move, making the effort, eventually we get to our destination. That's the beauty. So that's the way the Kabbalists describe it. And the founder of the center, he called the translation of the book of the Zohar, which is the main script of Kabbalah, the Sulam, the ladder. This means that we constantly need to be in a mode of growing. So to grow to where? To get out from this physical illusionary place where we call it the mud, we call it the 1% reality, the world of the five senses, where we are reactive and we are constantly wanting to take, to get energy, to take energy. Yeah. So we're always constantly trying to grab energy from wherever it's possible, not just to receive. We want to grab. We're entitled. I deserve, so I want more. Even when I'm in my prayer, why creator? I want to be rich. Why I'm not rich? Where's the millions? Like I want more. I always want more than what I am for some reason. Yeah. So this is the world of the vessel that sees himself constantly empty. Yeah. And that's where the opponent is in control. The illusion. And what is in the upper? The endless light, the endless blessing, being of sharing, being co-creator, being proactive. Yeah. This is where we want to achieve as many, many, many times of the day. Yeah. We always need to switch from being the vessel to be the light. It's always this contradiction live inside of us. Am I the vessel? I'm supposed to receive. Am I the light? I'm supposed to give it. And we constantly need to fight it. The moment we moving into altruistic state of, wait a second, I'm not deserving anything. Oh, the reason, according to what David told us in class number 5, why we came here, not really to receive, we wanted to be co-creators. This is the reason why we're all here. So if I wake up in the morning and I wonder how many of your happy moments that you just shared with your friends here related to an act of sacrifice, an act of giving, an act of getting out of yourself, an act of doing something special? How many of those? Anyone has this example? Online? So it's all about shifting energy from being the receiver, the taker, to being the giver, from being the vessel to be the light, from being the effect to be the cause. Because if I am constantly in the vessel mode, what will happen? I constantly need to be fed with energy in order to be fulfilled. And we say that it's impossible to fulfill the vessel. Impossible. Why? Because the vessel is nature coming from the endless. There is nothing here in this reality that can get closer to what we receive in the endless. So no matter what we have, we're never going to be completely satisfied. Yeah? We never. So it's because we never meant here to come to receive. We ask this world to be created just so we can be more givers. And this is our constant fight. The moment we are takers, we're going to have low vibration. You remember you preparing the house. You were so excited. You were in a mode thinking about everyone, wanting everyone. Immediately your vibration raises, your energy, your happiness raises. You feel more energetic when you are in that mode. Yeah? And there comes the challenge. So probably, where the opponent goes where there is energy. He wouldn't go to someone that is miserable and is in depression. He sits home, says, oh, what energy I can take from this person? He was already down. Yeah. He goes and trying to take the energy from the people that want to do good. That's how it works. That's how it works. And that's what we need to be aware. So as much as we're going to want to do more good, as we climb the ladder of transformation, the opponent there is even more sophisticated, it's more difficult. Remember that. It's not easy to be kind in this world, to be altruistic. It's not easy. It doesn't come like that. There are so many things and people that experience success. Where is success coming from? So it could be that a certain success can serve as my enemy eventually. Why? Because It's not coming from, it's driven just from the ego. Okay. So in the book, The Secret, it's also a very powerful book that I recommend you, tiny book that Michael Berg wrote. Before The Secret, the very well-known secret that had been written, it's interesting, it's at the similar cover. So probably this group that got together and put together all the secret, they read this book. So what is saying there? The only way for us to achieve fulfillment is by achieving oneness with the Creator, the source of all joy and fulfillment. So this is the ultimate way for us to be fulfilled. As we climbing and cleaving to this realm of having no agenda, having no fear, having no desires, selfish desires. Oneness with the Creator is achieved by becoming like Him in our essence. For spiritual oneness is accomplished through similarity of form, okay? The Creator essence is one of sharing. Therefore, to become like Him, we need to transform our essence and nature from one of receiving to one of sharing. So this is the shift that we need to do, to turn from vessels into providers, into influencers, into inspiration, into spending energy, from thinking in the morning, how can I get energy? How can I get the coffee? How can I be charged by all the things that I need and want? I'm thinking, oh, what I can do? How can I add value? That's the shift that needs to be done constantly. So the lesson today, it's about how we're doing the shift and how it's important for us to get into mode of sharing as many times as possible. How can we shift? It's not just in act, it's also in mindset. The mindset needs to be in sharing. Because we do have to eat, we receive. We do have to drink our Starbucks, because we're addicted. We do have to do all the things that we need to, and to take care of our health and our well-being, and to work, all of those things. We do have to do these things. But how can we do all of those things in a mindset of sharing? That's the question. That's the question. And every time I receive, what does it really mean? What I'm going to do with this receiving? Okay. So let's do an exercise, okay? Ready? Let's breathe in. And just take the oxygens and put it in. Continue, just to breathe in. Don't breathe out. That's it. I have to share now. How much can we receive? You see, the cycle of life is, you have to take in, but eventually you have to share. So the mode of receiving, because we are vessels here, we cannot, that's the paradox of life. We are vessel, but we are co-creator. We are vessels, but we have the DNA of the light. Yeah. So the Kabbalists explain to us that every mode of sharing, every mode of receiving, every mode of receiving. Why do I breathe? Why am I alive? For the sake of sharing. You understand? So yes, I'm going to receive in this world. So I'm going to be compensated for every effort. But why I want energy? Why I want really to get things in life. So I be able to be more comfortable to share them. That's one of the mindset shifts that we have. Yeah, we need to receive, and we truly have the desire to receive inside each and every one of us. But as much as we're going to shift to this mindset, that if I'm receiving, I'm doing it only because it's giving me enough fuel so I can give. Okay? This is like the epiphany of what Kabbalah teaching us. Yes, there is a desire to receive, and it's fine. Don't be obsessed by it, because it's not the purpose. But I'm still a vessel. I want to receive. Why am I eating? What do I eat? If I poison myself, will it reduce my energetic field? It means that I won't be able to be sharing more. After like a very, kind of beastie meal with a lot of junk food, how do we really feel? You're not in a mode to share after a meal like that, no? All what you want to do is just take a nap, isn't it? So this is a result of pretty much of the selfish desire. So yeah, I wanted to enjoy my food, but I'm not thinking about the next stage, which, yeah, will it upgrade my energy field? Will it increase my energy level? No. It's going to deplete my energy. Long term, also, it's going to reduce for my longevity or my energy and for my ability really to do things, isn't it? So everything needs to be thoughtful. Yeah, I need to receive. Therefore, I know that the body is the temple, so I'm going to feed it with the right nutrition. So I'm going to be more energetic and be more capable to do the things that I want. So I'll be more capable to share. So everything that I'm doing is only for the sake of sharing. This is the ultimate. I know that we're not there. Okay, this is the ultimate. But why? Why? And what are those wrong things? Because we all sharing in our lives. Do you agree? We all share. Yeah. But what are the Satan attachment to our state of giving? What do you think? Where our opponent controls our sharing, do you think? Do you get the answer, the question? Where there is ego attached to our giving? Simpler? Online?
Need for recognition.
Need for recognition. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, it's transactional, conditional.
To
I'm
receive
doing it
something back.
because I know something going to come back to me. Yes, something else?
When we expect something in return.
When we
Like you say.
expect something in return. Okay, what else? There are a few more. Scarcity. Fear. Coming out of fear. Why? What type of fear? There are many different types.
You might be afraid to, say, share or volunteer or donate because you might need it, or maybe you're like afraid to give money because you're afraid maybe you're gonna need it in a couple months or one day. So I'll hold on to it and I'll keep saving it and not share it and hoard it, as opposed to, like you said, breathing and circulating it.
Sure, but we're asking in times that we do share. What could be the fears? Like people, they're fearful because they are sharing not from the right place. It's a place of
So I end up being like overly generous. And then I'm like, well, I don't know why I did that. They weren't asking for it and it wasn't
that's
needed.
an interesting.
But it was just like it's a perception thing of like, oh, I'm gonna grab the bill because I want them to think of me as generous.
Nice. What else? Some of us share because we want to control. Exactly. Control, maybe. Have you shared from a controlling place? Say, okay, if I'm going to share with this person, he owe me. Kids.
You're sharing to, I go donate $1 billion or $1 million to the hospital, and I want
My name.
name in the paper. And
Exactly.
a big
On the building. My name on the building.
the hallway to be named after me.
Okay. What about guilt?
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so there are many times that people share because they feel a bit fortunate and see, oh, others are not, so I'm guilty. Why I'm okay and they're not? Yeah. What else? We kind of got the major ones. There are a few more, but we got the major ones. So according to Kabbalah, what is the things that are permitted to have when I share? What are the positive things while we share? What are the positive? Helping. I want to help. I want to help. I want to help. I want to be kind. I want to be kind. Yes, the positive thing. Okay. What else? There is a need. There is a need. There is a project. There is a need. What else? You don't share? Huh? To okay. So some people say it's bring me happiness. That's the reason I share. Because every time I share, I feel good. I feel good. It makes me feel good. It happens to you that you share, you feel good? Yeah? What else?
Share because I want the other person to feel and to see that you exist, that you are important to me.
Okay. It's nice to make
And since
someone else feel special.
Exactly.
Yeah? Beautiful. What else? So the positive and those negative ones that coming out of lack, when we share out of lack, I share for recognition. It means I am lacking recognition, so I'm going to make a gesture of sharing, and I'm going to get the reward of recognition. This is coming out of lack. Anything, any action that we're going to take out of lack, going to eventually come back to us, to haunt us. Remember that. So the negative always related to lack. Guilt is lack. Fear is lack. Control is lack. You understand? And the positive is I feel that I'm doing something good. Yeah. I'm maybe adding value to the other person, maybe adding value to myself. It's the positive state. Yeah. But the Kabbalists explain to us that all of those together, they are so limited, especially the negative ones. But even the positive ones, they are limited. Because if it's involved the other person, if it's involved me having more fun, if it's involved feeling that I'm really adding value, it is still limited. It doesn't mean that it's bad, okay? But it says that the only agenda that we can keep while sharing, which is it? Do you know? Why do we want to keep the agenda of sharing? It's written on the...
Does it make us humble?
Exactly. And we don't care what will be the
It
results. We don't care if people are going to like us or not. I'm sharing
makes us
because
humble.
I want to be co-creator. Most likely when I do that, the impact of my sharing will ripple so much greater. People will feel my magnetic field, my energetic field going to be much higher than anything. That's the beauty of it. Because it's not related to you or me. It's not related on the transaction. It's not related to what will be the reaction of the other side. I'm doing it between me and the creator because I want to climb the ladder. Every action of sharing that I'm doing is because I want to climb the ladder of my consciousness, of my energy. Is that making sense? Probably not. No, it doesn't make sense.
It makes sense, but it's hard to
because it doesn't make sense. If it was making sense, we're all going to live like that. The idea is that we have to create a second nature because our nature is to receive. Yeah. So it cannot make any sense. I rather either to come from lack, that I'm feeding my lack, feeding my guilt, my control, my fear. Yeah. Or I need to feel good and I feel that they're really making an impression here. Yeah. So it's all related to what I'm receiving still. It's not related because I want to be more connected to the light. Yes.
Is there a possibility sometimes that we feel like we're giving for the right purposes, but it's actually the opponent is tricking you in some way and you're not aware of it, and you're only going to come to realize that later on when it's too late? Or is there like a specific way that you can tell, okay, because I'm feeling this specific way, that means that I'm giving with the right intention and the right purpose, and there's no opponent involved in this?
It could be many times that we realize that the act of giving, the ripple effect of that giving didn't came out right. The person was disappointed. He gave me a negative feedback. He didn't have appreciation. He didn't. It means that something was not pure in my giving. It could be too. So, but it could be also that the opponent challenged me. Yeah. And anyways, I shouldn't be. If I came to the conclusion that I don't want to give anymore, it means that the opponent won. It means that he doesn't want me to see that giving is actually having affinity and similarity of form with the Creator. He wants me to be like him, just a taker. Yes.
Okay, Gacy has a question, but how do we balance the sharing, giving, and not creating the bread of shame?
Absolutely. It's a good question. So we cannot give in a place that doesn't hold on the vessel to receive. We shared it last class, remember? About bread of shame. So you cannot really take the old lady and try to help her to cross the road while she's going in a different direction. Yeah? This is the point. So we need to be very sensitive to how we share. But before you're thinking about those things, you need to exercise more giving in order to connect to the light. And when you are in that mode, immediately the light wouldn't want you to do things that's going to create chaos or bread of shame. You understand? So if I'm setting my intention that I want to share in order to connect to the light immediately, oh, he doesn't need for his ego. He's not coming from love. Let me give him true opportunities to share. So it's really very much in the intention. Because I don't want you to have calculations. We always calculate if we should give, and we always becoming stingy in our giving our affection, giving attention to people, being vulnerable, being sensitive. You would see that the people that are closest to you, like family members, those are the people that you are so cheap in giving. You don't want to give them. You take them as granted. Your parents, this. How come? They gave you everything. Our parents gave us everything. You cannot be stingy with them. Yeah? So we always calculating because at times it's not comfortable. Can you give bread of shame to your parents? Very hard. It's very hard because they invested like so many years with you, isn't it? You see, so Sarah, she brought her mother to the course, giving back to her for all the investments, gave her the best gift in the world. That's because she loves her and appreciates her so much, because she gave her life. True? Right? So, yeah. So there are many, many levels of giving. Yeah. But the highest form of giving, the Kabbalists call it transformative giving. It's so difficult giving that it's getting ourselves so much out of our comfort zone that the transaction that happened, we change in reward. The light force remove layers of our ego as a reward. That's the best sharing that it can happen. What type of sharing do we really need to do in order to transform? What do you think? What could be a very, very strong act of sharing?
Unconditional love.
Unconditional love, being unconditional, no expectations. What else? Like what? What would be a?
Like maybe volunteering on a Saturday that you usually do something you enjoy and watch your side.
Beautiful.
Something that you're like,
Beautiful. You sacrifice your baseball.
Yeah, the World
Thing?
Series is on, or the World Series is on, and then you go help. Do
Exactly.
something, I don't know, volunteer.
And you decided you call from Elidet, and she come and tell you, can you come and help us to do some things here in the center? So why she call me? This is like the World Cup here now. What do you want to do? Says, oh, David said transformative sharing. Let's do it. Boom. Tons of energy that comes as a reward. What else?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness, sometimes so difficult, yeah. To let go of someone that hurt you. Very good. What else?
Donating to a charity.
Donating to a charity. Okay, why donating is so difficult? Anyone knows? That could be one reason.
Real estate in Toronto is so expensive.
I don't think I have enough. I want to give, but I don't have enough. Why I don't have enough? Because I have so many plans to receive. I want a vacation. I want a bigger house. I want a new car. I want to travel. I want this. I want to buy new things. Sorry, I want to give, but I don't have enough because I have so many plans to receive for myself alone. True? It's just me, or also you, it happened to you too. Okay. So this is the main reason why it's so hard. And also, what are you talking about? I'm the owner of the money. I made it. I have the talent. I worked so hard. I went to school. I went to university. I was so lucky, Why should I give from that effort? No. This is mine. Is something is ours in this world? Okay. So we have a beautiful verse that coming from the ancient book of the Zohar written 2,000 years ago that talks about that. So who can read it for us? To the mic. You're gonna share.
I'm going to share it. These are the ways of the Holy One. Blessed be He.
This is another way to say the light. The Holy One, blessed be He. It's a code name for the light.
If He gives a man wealth, it is for the purpose of sustaining the world and performing His commandments. If man does not do so, but instead takes pride in his wealth, he will be destroyed by it, as it is written. Riches kept for their owner to his hurt. How do you say that? Kohelet?
No,
Okay. If the Holy One, blessed be He, gives him children, He gives them so they can learn the ways of the Holy One, blessed be He, and to keep His commandments. It is written of Abraham, for I have known him, that he shall command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of Hashem to do justice and judgment. If he does not do so, but instead takes pride in them, he is hurt by them, as it is written. No great-grandchild has he, and no grandchild among his people. Similarly, when the Holy One, blessed be He, gives the good and supernal beauty of Adam, He gives it to them so they will keep His commandments and abide by His wishes. If they instead take pride in it, they will be hurt by the beauty with which they were blessed.
We have three examples here. One is wealth, one is children, and one is beauty. Some blessed with all, some blessed with some. Yeah? I say that the moment you take it just for yourself alone, it's going to be creating a chaotic thing for you. Because everything that we receive, we blessed with, the talent, the luck, the wealth that we have. Everyone is wealthy here, more than 90% of the population of the world. You know that you're more wealthy than any 90% of the population of the world, most of you. You understand that? It's a lot of percentage. So you are wealthy. Everyone is wealthy. So to the degree you don't understand that the Creator gave you that wealth, so you use it as an instrument for you to share, you're missing the point. It's going to go against you. Most of the time, it comes against us. When we take pride over our kids, and we take ownership, and we brag about what they do, instead, they turn against you. I know it is a fact, because it's you feel, oh, this is my child, it's mine, it's so beautiful, and you just enjoy it instead of, wait a second, I have a responsibility here. There is a soul here. I have to teach it, to educate it, how it's going to do good, to create this continuity of doing good. It's not here for me to have fun with. Yeah, of course, there are fun moments, but I have huge responsibility. There is a life in my hand, a sponge that, according to the way I'm going to educate it, that's how it's going to prevail good in the world later on. You understand? And someone that, of course, has the looks, what is using his looks for? To get attention, to show off, to be materialistic, or he can use this beauty that was given to him so people will be even more connected to the light. Everything that we have in life, we need to shift it. Yeah, I've been given that for the sake of sharing. Everything. There is no discount. So according to our tikkun, there are areas that are harder than others. Some people, they are charitable, naturally. It's easier for them. They got it. The moment you get it, you see the ripple effect and how it's, because the idea is that there is endless abundance, And the moment the Creator see that you're using it for the sake of sharing, you will deposit more within you. You won't never feel miss anything. That's the rule. Why? Because the word, for example, in Kabbalah, for abundance is called shefa. Shefa, okay? And the word in Kabbalah called to influence is mashpia. It's the same thing. So the moment you are influencing, you sharing, you receive abundance. That's that's the immediate cause and effect of it. But sometimes, oh yeah, but I don't have enough. I cannot influence right now. Let me wait when things going to be better. And it happens that I'm always stingy about my giving. Always stingy about depleting energy. Yeah? To sacrifice for my energy. I do it maybe in places that it's comfortable for me. But where it's not comfortable, I will never dare to do it. And therefore, there is no huge transformation in someone's life. Because he comes to this world with this nature of giving. Everyone has that nature. But he doesn't really experience the highest level or more difficult levels of sharing. Therefore, he doesn't see huge transformation in his life. Is that making sense? So, yeah, don't believe me, but try to exercise it for the next 20 years. No, take a month, okay? Take a month, exercise it. Do things that are super uncomfortable, good, uncomfortable for you to do, and sacrifice them, even though it's going to break your ego, even though it's going to feel pain, even though, just do it. And you will see your energy vibrate in a different way. All right? So we shared about that, how the opponent plays with our giving. So the desire to receive for oneself alone is the opponent. The desire to receive for the sake of sharing is where the light is. Yeah? So let's recall what we've been journaling before. In what areas of your life would you like to have more light? In what areas of your life do you feel lack of light? So we are here to solve problems. We're not here just to remember, we all wanted to receive more energy in our life. We all want to elevate. We all want to climb that ladder of transformation, ladder of strength, ladder of control over our life. We all want to feel more abundant and more successful. We all want that. It's our nature, it's okay. But the Kabbalah says that in order to do that, I need to think what type of transformational sharing I need to practice in order to bring that. So wherever I'm doing that, I can direct it to those places that I have lack. Okay? Someone wants to share an example? Yes, please. Please try.
Let me put you the mic, please.
Thanks.
So,
So I'm visiting Toronto. I went back home to Vancouver this weekend and meet my kids. And every time I have 3 kids, every time I meet them, well, I think they're beautiful, but at the same time, it's so much negative energy and fights going on between my kids. And every time I'm with them, I feel really drained. And I'm trying to give them
How old are they?
8, 11, and 13. I always feel that I'd like to give them something so they should stop fighting and start practicing some love with each other and with us, because I feel that my wife and I were also kind of under the attack. But I struggle. I struggle to find these instruments. So I keep asking, like, why is it happening in my movie? Like, what am I supposed to get from that? But constantly feel that maybe I need to just accept the difference and don't react, or maybe I need to teach them something so they should stop behaving like that. But that's my kind of one of the areas where
What
I'd
do you
like
think would help in terms of transformative sharing for you in that area? What can you do out of the box that might be bringing more energy? So,
Well, what I think might, and I don't know obviously the answer, is first of all, I think what might help me is to pause when that happens, and instead of just immediately react negatively on them, try to, well, take a breath and keep loving them, even though they're behaving this way.
True. That's a good one.
And maybe behaving with them through love, even though I don't feel that way when we're in this mood, like when we're in the mood of kind of fighting and asking for more and well, all these emotions,
and maybe never stopping the attempt and losing hope that you can't share with them, that they have something that they can receive from you. And also what we said here, remembering that the children were giving us as a to borrow, they've been borrowed, meaning that they're not ours.
They're not ours.
They're not ours. They belong to the light. And I need to do my best to get them closer to the light. So what strategy I have to do in order to do that? What kind of education, inspiration, personal example that I could be for them? Because they read your energy too. And maybe they don't know your actions, but they read your energy. Okay? And not even related, if you do an act of sharing that is very difficult to you over the years, that you know that, oh, this is a no-no for me, and you do it, it's already going to inject energy to that area. That's part of this exercise. Regardless, it doesn't have to be interconnected. You open up a blockage of yours in somewhere else by sharing, it's already bringing energy to the places you care about. Okay, okay, beautiful. Anyone else?
So the feeling of lack, is that always like the voice of the opponent? Like that's just the 1% realm that'll never exist outside of it?
Why are you asking?
I get a lot of financial tests, like big ones, that you know, in this realm anyway, it's real, right?
Already real.
Yeah. So like for instance, the Hurricane Helene,
In Miami, in
in
Florida.
North Carolina.
Ah.
I'm an artist and I had work in a gallery there. And my gallery was destroyed and 22 paintings gone.
Wow.
And I'm trying to grapple with this, like, I'm waiting for insurance to come through, waiting to see what this all looks like, but the potential to lose like half a year of income is real. And I also have a good relationship with the gallery, and I know that the woman who runs it she's working tirelessly to try to save people's work and literally going into, you know, pools of mud, pulling things
It's not
out.
supposed to be insured.
Insurance is kind of evil though, right? They're going to argue no matter what. So I'm not sure that everything's going to be insured.
Hmm.
So, yeah, I guess.
So what do you think? How can you inject energy to that?
Well,
It's already
initially
happened.
it's already happened, and I feel like if I take a long view at this and look at other tests that have been similar, I'm always okay, right? Like I work hard, I make things work, and that's a privilege that, you know, I'm able to. So I feel like there's this test of certainty. Am I going to stand in certainty and help out the director of the gallery a little bit in this like moment of high stress for her?
Can you help?
I mean, I'm a single mother too, so that's also an ongoing.
In what ways she needs help? Financial?
Yeah, I'm not there to help pull paintings out of mud right now, and she is, you know, doing everything she can, renting space here and there, renting cars. Like it's you know, she's in survival mode.
Hmm.
So yeah, my question is this just, I feel intuitively like this is my test is like, how certain am I in the light that everything is going to be okay?
Exactly.
That's it?
Yeah, so what does it mean, certainty? If you feel devastated by it, it's going to drain all your energy and say, oh, you know, I'm so misfortunate, you know. And instead of saying, pause, what an opportunity. Yeah, pause, what an opportunity, inject happiness, saying, I know that the light is in the business and everything's going to turn exactly. If you can shift your energy there, I'm sure that the outcome going to be greater. And if you have the idea of even helping her, I think it's going to be very good. As much as you can, of course. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, those events happen in life at times. And they're testing our certainty. Absolutely. With the light, understanding that everything comes for a good reason. Even if we don't see it yet. But this trust and injecting the positivity and not letting it, you know, take your energy down, hurting the kids because of that, because you are not in the right mode. So it's ripple effect for energy. So if we stay positive, we'll see that. As you know already, that everything's going to be okay. And with the tools now, it's going to be more than okay. It's going to be miraculous. Go for the miraculous. Yeah. Let's all of us keep you in mind and send a positive vibration there that it's going to turn, you know, it's going to turn exactly the best way. Okay, anyone else wants to share? All right, so let's move to conclusion of what is the spiritual rule that we learned today. Sharing without an agenda attracts blessing. So I'm constantly, no matter how much lack I'm experiencing, void, feeling I don't have enough, I'm shifting myself into a sharing mode. especially in those places that it's the most difficult for me. Okay, especially in those places that is the difficult, challenging my status quo. I'm generating a new nature that my old beliefs are not valid. I'm creating a new nature where it is possible. It is possible to give money. It is possible to give energy to people. It is possible to forgive. It is possible to be generous. It is possible to be a leader. It is possible to inspire. It is possible to add value. Even though I think I don't have. Because this is the vessel mode. The vessel mode, I don't have enough right now to share. You feel it? I don't have enough right now to share. No. Put it aside. Say, no. I'm shifting myself to a creator mode. I have everything to share. Okay? So one of the biggest gifts that I received from the center for the past 22 years is to be able really to inspire more, to share more. That's what my teachers, they saw me. I wasn't like this, the most sharpened pencil in the calendar in my, but they gave me the opportunity. They see something within me that I haven't seen in myself. And that's led to a lot of blessings that I received, as a reward for all those opportunities. So this is what we do. Even the volunteers that are sitting here in class, they're not coming for any selfish reason. They coming because this is a way for them to reveal the light. So all the way the center is structured is to be giving us more opportunities to become co-creators in our lives. So we have different volunteer opportunities. We constantly raising funds for different projects to change the consciousness of the world, to bring more awareness. Yeah? And people discover themselves in the center. They come one way, and after a while, they say, oh, wow, I didn't see my leadership inside. I didn't see that I can really touch the hearts of people. I didn't see that. I was so focused on me, for example, focused on business. I want to be successful. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be this. I want to be that. And suddenly you see another angle of who you are. So it's more connected to your soul. This is what the center is all about. So people come here broken, shy, this, and suddenly say, oh, there is so much, the light force of the creator is inside of me. And the center is pulling it out of me. Everyone, you ask your mentors, you ask the people that work here, they're all going to tell you the same thing. This is how it is. Because within each and every one of us, there is something higher and much greater. And that's the way to get there. That's the way to get there. So you exercise with your mentors now and in the groups online. Practice transformational sharing. You journal about shifting to sharing into mundane area of your life. So just tell on which areas you're planning to do that. Have a plan of attack right now for the upcoming month, for the upcoming week. What you're going to do, what you want to achieve, which areas that you feel the lack, which areas that you know that transformative sharing can energize that.